I got the door on. I got the gap here. That's me pushed in because there's no seal on it. And it's good all the way up and down, right up until right about there. So it comes out just a little bit. It's actually not as bad as I thought, but this is the worst spot. I don't know if I'm gonna have to put filler there or cut it and then spread it so that way it, this part right here would come out a little bit. You guys might think that, yeah, I can push it up like this, the door. Well, I can't because of that. And then the lines wouldn't meet up. And then this gap over here would be tapered all the way down. So that's why I'm like, it's as good as I'm gonna get it. And then this, weld a bead, a few beads right here, then grind it down flush and get a decent gap right there. This is as good as it's gonna get for me to get this door put on here without me wrecking the thing. I had to end up cutting it, cutting it right there, right here, and here, and right here, so I can get a way I can peel this back. But I had to make it about 1/4 of an inch, pry it out so that the actual door hinge behind here, it was hitting it. I couldn't push the door hinge over as far as I can, so I had to end up getting the little die grinder and making it where this door hinge would go out as far as I could without having to go too far. And then once everything is aligned on it, as good as I can get it, I'll just have to end up cutting and trimming and all that good stuff, which isn't that bad. I mean, I can cut a little piece out and then just push it over. I'm not too worried about that. But I would like to get that step in here next. Now, since this door here is basically there. All right, so I'm about to get the step in here today. Finally. I wasn't able to last week. I had too much other work to do. Because this is right here, I gotta make it where I gotta cut on that step, and then I'm gonna have to bend it over and probably have to notch an inch or two off of the backboard. Even though this is here, I don't know if it's gonna actually fit flush up there without me having to do all that and have to cut it, but we're gonna see. I have the rocker panel right here. Rocker panel slash step. I'm gonna put it over, see if we can't get that sucker put in there today. So on this side, so it comes up right here, then it's pretty much a straight set right here, other than right there. I stepped on this side, that's why it freaking fell a little bit. But then it comes up and then it drops again, and then pretty much straight. So because of all these arches here, coming back here, and then I'm gonna basically trace out where it lines up and where it drops down all the way through. And so what I'll do is I'll draw a line on this side exactly where it is on the other side, and then I'm gonna go about an inch above that and I'll cut right along the line, and I'll have it just an inch above the floor pan here, and I'll put a cut here and here, and then I'll fold over and I'll weld it right onto the top here of the floor pan. That way it's got rigidity. When I take the cab off, I'm gonna end up welding it pieces underneath for more rigidity on this floor pan here. All right, we have her in. weld it up right there. And it'll support my weight now. Yeah, I bent it over there. I got the hammer. I got my hammer and I started pounding away at the end here. I first tack welded it from behind here on the other side of the lip, so that way it had a hold and this thing wouldn't be dipping down, because it's just it was just a piece of sheet metal right here that was a little bit flimsy because nothing was holding on to it. It's not the prettiest, but I do plan on putting a border over that spot right there, because I'm gonna have to end up putting, whenever I put the carpet in here, it still has to have a border on there, a little piece of trim to hide the carpet edge and this edge. But it's in there now. The door will now close. Now there's no weather strip in there, that's why it's hitting so hard. But I'm happy with it. Now I can start getting on to the other side, but this is all I'm going to be able to do for the time being. I mean, I have a little piece to do right there and a little section over there I got to go in and completely close in, but for the most part this was what I really wanted to get done here, was the step.